Good evening and welcome. Did you notice they're all taller than I am? When I was thinking about coming up here, and I thought, well, the kids are going to speak, the podium will be lower, and so everyone will be able to see me, but that didn't happen. First off, I want to thank you all for coming. I think you've heard tonight that MEF is quite an organization. And we've heard a lot about the children, we've heard a lot about the programs, but I really wanted to spend just a few minutes talking about the organization and the leadership of that organization. We have Glenn Wilkie, of course, who's been involved with MEF all the way back to the early 80s. The little side story about Glenn, and I'll give you his nickname soon, was back in the late 80s, we were both working at Beatrice, which ultimately became ConAgra, and Glenn would slip out of work twice a week early. And he always told us he was going downtown to do tutoring, and the rest of us in the marketing group just believed he was sneaking out early. And along the way, we discovered that Glenn was very, very involved in the organization. And in the early 2000s, he came to us and said, listen, I want to leave my career as a marketer, and it was a very lucrative career for him, and I want to join the organization full time. So he cut his pay by about 75%, and he's done an outstanding job of leading the organization. And the rest of the team at MEF is really, truly exceptional, too. They have opportunities to make much more money. They have the opportunities to work for other, for nonprofit companies or organizations, and they've chosen to be here. And its success really is about their leadership, but it's also about the success of the parents that are involved in the program. In order to have a son or daughter involved in this program, the parents have to commit to coming to the organization 3 or 4 times a year and being involved. And involvement of parents is critical to the success of students. And having students who are motivated by their parents is another big success. So having 99.5%, almost 100% participation into college is a pretty awesome event. And it's more awesome in the respect that most of these students are the first generation going to college. And it talks about the greatness of young people and great parents and the city of Chicago and its resiliency through all the things that have been going on in the city over the last few years. So I want to thank all of you for coming. There's a couple folks that have been very supportive of me with MEF, the folks from Goldman Sachs who've been a partner of mine for many years. Psalm Partners have been a partner of mine. The BMO Harris folks who have joined us tonight, and Deloitte. So I want to thank you for your contributions in coming tonight. And I want to thank you all. And I'd ask you to do one thing if you get some time. Come to the summer programs of MEF at the Women's Center and the Men's Center. And once you come to those programs and you see the things that the students are doing in addition to some education and some fun projects, you will get the feel of the culture of this organization. And I'm confident if you could spend an hour or two, and Glenn and Terry and the rest of the team can work that out for you, I'm confident that you'll open your wallets even further when you see the great work and the opportunities that these kids have because of your support. So thank you very much.